As we all anxiously await the arrival of the COVID-19 vaccine in our area, the Journal is reaching out to area residents to discuss their reasons for getting vaccinated once it does arrive. Today, we're speaking with Erin Martin, a parent and teacher in Sheet Harbour. Hi, Erin. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Erin, you're a teacher and you do have kids in the school system. Tell us a little bit about how the pandemic so far has impacted you in your job and family life.
I have to say, the pandemic has definitely has taught me to, pivot at it like any second, especially in teaching and parenting. We never know what's going to come at us. And I felt like I was good at adjusting to change. And then the pandemic came and it was definitely learning things all over again. I have a lot of people ask me how my school year is going, and I feel that it has been going quite well. Definitely a lot of change and things to consider coming at us that we as teachers need to process. But definitely, I feel like when I look around the school, that the students are so like they're engaged and they're enjoying school, and I'm happy to see that there is lots of learning continuing to happen. And that just really proud of the students who, they're young and their lives have just changed so dramatically, and it's hard for them to understand. And like, we don't have, like, they just automatically wear masks, and they've just adjusted to the expectations that are placed upon them. And I think that's pretty amazing when you look at young children, and they just blow me away. And I feel the same way with my kids. I was concerned about them going back to school and having to adjust to the change, and it's like we're just right back into the routine. And even though things are different, they're okay with that. It really speaks to the strength and resilience of children.
Absolutely. I think we hear that story again and again, really around the world, that children have been responding very well. And are the young people aware now that a vaccine is on the horizon, that it's coming our way?
Yes, my son, who I have 3 children, one who is 11, 7, and a 5-year-old daughter. And the 11-year-old was like, the vaccine came today. I think it's hard for them to process the length and time in which they will have the opportunity for it, but they definitely are very excited that there's a vaccine coming, and they see that there's potential that the way that we're living now can change and maybe go back to it and have some of the things that they enjoyed in the past.
And I understand that it's important that, in Canada, we have a certain percentage of the population actually getting the vaccine for it to have the outcome that we want. And you're one of those people who plans to get the vaccine. Tell us why. What are your personal reasons for getting the vaccine?
My most personal reason is when it comes to my family and children, it's that we really like it, that whole saying, like, it takes a village to raise a child. And I feel like, and we don't live in isolation. It's not just me and my children, but within, when I enter the school system and I'm working with a student whose mom may be working in continuing care, or their father is a first responder. And so my impacts and the choices that I make affect their lives, and the people that they support within their jobs. And then also, as a parent, I can't, as much as I'd like to believe I can do it all myself, my husband and I need the support of our extended family. But in order to have that support to raise them and give those children loving and caring grandparents and opportunities to give me a mental health break, I really need my parents. But then my parents, they need to be safe, but my parents also care for my 90-year-old grandmother. And so how can I I don't want to distance my children completely from their grandparents, but how can I ask my parents to support me when my 90-year-old grandmother really truly needs their support? So that is ultimately my decision. It's around supporting the people that we love in our community and making sure that everyone's well cared for. I know that if I get the virus, I'm relatively healthy, and my children that would most likely be okay, but it's the people that are outlying of my family and that have those connections that may not be okay. And I want them to live fulfilled lives. And in order for that to happen, I need to play my part in ensuring that their safety.
Right. And I assume you're hoping that your 90-year-old grandmother will actually be fairly high on the list for getting it when it comes
Yes,
to
for
the
sure.
Sheet Harbour area.
And I think that she will be very willing to have that vaccine, because I know for her, she still lives home by herself. So it has been quite isolating for her. She has done very well, but at the same time, she misses her social interaction that she's accustomed to.
Wanted to ask you about 2021. We look forward to the new year's not far away, but it will take a while before we're all getting the vaccine. What are you looking forward to for our post-pandemic world?
Um, really, honestly, getting out with friends and just kind of celebrating life in and of itself. And I really miss dancing with a group of people. I cannot wait to just like play some music in a big group where our family, we often go to the Cavendish Beach Music Festival. And just the other day I was listening to music and I was like, I just can't wait to get with a group of people and just enjoy life and celebrate and have some fun.
Those are great things to look forward to. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on this today,
No
Erin.
problem.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Bye.